Hello, I'm Anita. I'm currently a first-year student at the University of Toronto studying both psychology and economics. But I was asked to focus on what Econ specifically was like at UofT. I'll start with the first thing people usually want to know, which is the workload. For economics, students are basically expected to do around 2 to 3 hours of independent studying for every 1 hour of lecture time. In my opinion, when you start to add up all the hours, it feels a bit like a part-time job. But anyways, in an introductory course, you're mainly going to be learning the basic economic principles and how to apply them in different scenarios. For example, a common thing that you'll have to do is make rational decisions for allocations and/or alternatives, essentially learning how economists think and reason through problems. One question that might get asked a lot is this: is economics more math-based, theory-based, or discussion-based at UofT? From talking to many other Ramen and economics students, the general consensus is that UofT's economic program is way more math-heavy than any other university. This means that in order to succeed, you'll need to have both a solid understanding of economic concepts as well as a strong comfort level with numbers.
In my economics class specifically, my professor really didn't rely on any graphs or visualizations. Instead, she emphasized on what she called intuitive learning. It's basically intuitions, then formulas, which turns into solving numbers. Because of this, most exam questions were numerical and required solving problems using formulas, rather than having a discussion or writing long explanations.
Of course, with the horror stories from UofT, everyone's probably curious about how hard it actually is. So I'll do a rapid fire FAQ right now. Do I have to study before the semester? Everyone takes an introductory course regardless for economics, so professors will always teach you as if you don't know anything. My econ prof in particular even tried to avoid words like GDP or monetary policy because it was jargony. Do I need to take econ in high school? Prior experience, again, in economics isn't required at all. While taking economics in high school can help a little bit, since it's not a required course, it's absolutely not expected. Do they mark harder at UofT? Yes. Unfortunately, yes. But it doesn't mean that it's not impossible, especially with the insane amount of resources that we have. Now, with all of the boring stuff out of the way, one thing that I really love about UofT is the sheer amount of people, which means there's bound to be a lot of clubs. UofT has clubs for basically anything, and if you're in finance, you're in luck, because they have every single finance niche too, whether it's consulting, networking, or even women in economics. There's also Deca Collegiate, which might ring a bell for some people. Case competitions are everywhere in uni, and some come with even real cash monetary prizes. I'm personally preparing for one right now, and even though it's pretty far away, so I can't give any insider info, sadly, it's already been a pretty good experience. To wrap things up, here's some honest advice. The transition from high school to university at UofT feels a little bit like the jump between grade 10 to 11. It's a completely new environment, a new format, and for many people, their grades may dip a little. But if you're able to adapt and push through the transition in high school, there's no reason you can't do the same in UofT. Okay, that's it. Good luck, everyone!